How often do you think about credit?
Little cut.
The why, the how, the pitfalls, the benefits. I'm Troy Millings, and together with my partner Rashad Bilal, we have been financial educators under the Earn Your Leisure banner.
What's up, my man? What's up?
And in this series, we've partnered with Chase Freedom Rise to talk to the next generation about credit, confidence, and specific steps to building something real. This is Foundation Forward. Episode 3, How Credit Helps You Pursue Your Dreams.
It's funny, as you get older, you start to realize where you're actually at. I'm Broderick, I'm 28, and I'm building my credit to buy my first house. And that's been the biggest thing for me, like when you come back and you grow in that appreciation, and it's like, at the end of the day, it's like you got this money, but what is it for?
Broderick is the owner of a video marketing agency in Alpharetta, an affluent community just outside of Atlanta, Georgia. His dream is to purchase a home there to build on what his parents have given him, as well as being around for their well-being.
I want to give my parents and my family the best life they can. And then also one day as well, think about kids and all that. You want to bring them in an environment where I really don't want to worry about the struggle, Now I got to come up on the journey of actually making that happen.
71% of Gen Z say they plan to buy a home within the next 5 years.
Yo, what's up, my brother?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you
Broderick,
doing?
it's nice meeting you.
Sure, pleasure.
Sir.
Troy.
Broderick, nice meeting you. It's a pleasure.
All right, we made it. Alpharetta,
We're here.
the world famous.
The real A.
Okay, so let's talk about this. You're buying a home.
Yep.
First-time home buyer.
Yep.
Talk about Alpharetta and the importance of this particular town.
Man, it's cool, man. It's cool to be away from the rah-rah, and still be close enough to it, So there's a lot of money out here, for real. And it's like, man, for me, I don't come from that. My family, we don't come from that. My mom's from Baltimore. My dad's from the Bahamas. My stepdad from Pittsburgh. So we all come from humble beginnings. So for them to have us move over here, it was like a culture shock. The public schools over here are a little bit different than the public schools at other places. The access of resources in these schools, it's like the peers that you make, like connections that you can have in the future. Like this, you're like, hey man, this is the promised land right here, You start to see the environment change and how there's some bread out here. And it kind of encouraged me to be, more financially responsible, have that literacy like what y'all be teaching us. So yeah, it's been pretty cool.
So what's that been like for you? Those lessons that you learned, right?
Yeah.
Coming from an environment where we didn't have, being in an affluent neighborhood, wanting to stay in this affluent neighborhood.
Yeah.
What are some of those lessons that you learned along the way?
Man, one thing to embrace where you are, no matter what. It's funny, I remember back in even high school, if we're being real, we used to do the couponing joints. And I used to get embarrassed by that, But as you get older, you realize that, no, that's just being responsible. You have to live below your means. You don't have to be all flashy and all that. So the cool Ziploc bags, no, he's doing great value, But it's one of those things, it's about just being more considerate and conscious about what you do.
So are there any pain points that you may not have been expecting? What's been some issues?
I don't understand how realistic it is for someone to have $100,000 just floating just like that, just to make a down payment, just to have the best mortgage you can. So that's been the tricky part for me. Because I noticed even doing the math on some properties, you might pay $400,000 for it, might be listed for that. But then when you look at the mortgage and what you actually spend, you might end up spending $700,000, $800,000 on a home, just through the fees
the interest
and all that as well. So I like to avoid that as much as possible.
So you want to put as much money down as you can.
Correct.
So that's been the hard part, just trying to save that amount to actually put down.
48% of Gen Z are saving for a down payment through side hustles or multiple income streams.
Talk about your personal credit journey.
When I first got my credit card, I was like, okay, this is free money. It's limitless, that's what you think. But then you see, maybe a year after you get that 1 year mark or 24-month mark, you start seeing every month that it's increasing when it's supposed to be decreasing because you're paying for it.
What you're saying, we've all experienced,
Oh,
right?
man.
You're using the card, using it, and then you see that pay down term. You're like, wait, 35 years?
Yeah.
But what did you feel when you hey, how am I gonna pay this?
I was so confused. I was like, what's going on with this? I was like, I just didn't know. That's the main thing. I didn't know. I thought that it was gonna be the same fixed percentage or whatever, and that's it. But I noticed now that it's in the fine print. You just gotta read it. I had a $6,000 balance, and I'm just seeing it go up. I'm like, why is it going up? And even if I don't spend anything out of it, and I'm making these payments, sometimes the monthly payments they have me pay.
The minimum.
The minimum, yeah, exactly. The minimum is that I noticed that it's lower than what they charge me for interest. So even though I'm paying let's say $77, they still charge me $100. So I was like, all right, every month it's slowly creeping up. And that's the part that got me. So yeah, credit usage was quite high.
Gen Z utilizes over 40% of their available credit, indicating a significant reliance on credit cards.
I didn't want to use credit cards anymore. So I had an old credit card that I had since like, y'all gonna laugh at this or be disappointed. I'm sorry. I'm gonna apologize already.
This is a judgment-free zone.
Yeah, thank you, I appreciate it. But I got it when I was 18. I was all right, it's like a $300 limit, but I just wasn't using it. And after a certain amount of time, we don't use it, they just close it out. So they closed it out on me, and that was my oldest card. So not only did it affect me with the budget, but also it affected me.
Yeah, so your length of your
Yes,
credit,
yes.
right? So if you don't have that on it, it's gonna knock down the time.
So that's what I realized, this is gonna affect my credit. And this probably happened 2 years ago when I was being intentional with saving up for my brother's house.
Oh, your brother's selling his house to you?
Yeah, big bro.
Oh, that's a
Works
great,
out.
that's
Keep
a
it in
great
the family.
Keep it in the family.
Saving up for a house is a big thing. Been there before. You're saving to buy it, or are you gonna go a conventional route, use a bank to finance it? What, do you know yet?
I'm probably gonna have to do the bank route because, yeah, the houses out here ain't cheap.
I mean, I'm assuming that you gotta get the bank card. Everybody goes that route.
Yeah, so either I hit the lotto or I just do the conventional.
Very few people gonna buy something.
Yeah, I would love to. Hey, the briefcase and everything put on there is, hey, give the keys.
It wasn't gonna be, hey, you're my brother discount.
No, it might be the opposite because I am. I'm a little bro too. So.
Surcharge.
Yeah.
Broderick is someone who appreciates the importance of his surroundings. And that reminded us of a cultural leader, a successful DJ from Manhattan's Inwood community in New York. For over a decade, Phoenix X has been a staple with cultural tastemakers all over the world.
I was DJing and hanging out with my friends, and now we are literally hand-selected by Anna Winter.
We sat down with her to discuss her credit journey and how she evolved from cash to credit.
I got my first credit card, and then I started to have this, reckoning with financial literacy. I don't have any. I think it comes from me thinking that cash was king. My dad and my mom both came to America when they were about 10 years old. Didn't have careers and education to sort of fall back on, which meant that everybody was an entrepreneur of some kind. In the late 80s, early 90s in Dykeman, the more you do in cash, the more legitimate you are. I was used to seeing my uncle, immigrants would come to him for personal loans. They would open bodegas with these personal loans. His real money was opening up real bodegas in my neighborhood. I never thought the bank did the same thing.
Well, your education comes from your environment, right? Like as far as you're seeing entrepreneurs that have cash businesses, that's how you're learning from entrepreneurs in the neighborhood, but they're transactional and cash.
Right. I just never thought any of the reasons why I would need a large sum of money could be legitimate enough for the bank. I have to renegotiate this comfort zone that I have with cash, and I have to start trying to access the life that I want through credit. There is a way to not overspend, not put myself in debt, but to transact specifically using credit in every single capacity. Because at the very least, I'll build my reputation with the bank and the institution. At the very best, I'll get points. And so what I did start to do was just stagger new credit lines in to support the credit history that I was looking to build. Spending and paying it back, spending and paying it back.
We have a grocery card, yep. We have a gas card.
Absolutely.
If it's a retail card, a manufacturing card. And all those things add up to the mixture, right? So when you're talking about credit worthiness, if those categories are improved, then your credit score is higher.
That's what I mean.
Interest rates
Even
come
if I
lower.
only have $250 for a certain kind of credit, I'll take it and just pay it off. There's so many great systems now where I can look at what I'm doing, and at any moment I can open up an app and I can pay off my card and use it again. And then slowly we are going to build a trust that enables me to have more freedom to do what I want with my life, which ultimately I think everyone is desperate for, right? But so many people don't want to renegotiate their relationship with money.
Like a true New Yorker, Venus embraced her culture to become a world-renowned artist. But it was the confidence she found in herself that allowed her to heal her relationship with money, put trust in credit, and succeed in achieving financial literacy by taking the necessary steps day in and day out. These same steps are the ones we see helping Broderick achieve his dream of purchasing his first home. So without further ado, here is his EYO and Chase Freedom Rise Foundation Forward checklist. Step 1, get a credit report. Use Chase Bank's Credit Journey tool. It's free and anyone can use it. Step 2, build your credit score. Use your local banker as a trusted resource for credit questions. Step 3, reduce your spending where possible and add the savings towards a down payment.
I feel like it went amazing. It's cool to have resources available, especially from gentlemen who've gone through the journey that I'm expecting to go through and made it to a certain level that I aspire to be at. So it's cool to, it's like being with your superheroes, low key. So it's pretty nice.
Understanding the home buying process is extremely important.
There's gonna be some rough times. When money's involved and family's involved, it gets very tough.
A lot of times people think that that's the pathway to building wealth, and they're actually just putting themselves in tremendous amount of debt. You know, they are buying homes that they cannot afford. I think just understanding the home buying process and understanding real estate is important, as opposed to the romanticized idea that we've been sold that just buy a home and you're gonna ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, I think that's what makes Broderick's story so unique.